listening.
Okay, hello and assalamu alaikum everybody. This is me, Mehtab Aman Maula, and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy, Level 1, Batch 3. As you know that on daily basis we have to do an interview session with AI, and today I'm here with Sesame AI Maya. And today I'm going to do a conversation with Maya on the new topic, and the topic of our conversation is going to be the role of failure in success. So first of all, we are going to understand about understanding failure and take introduction from Maya. So first of all, hello Maya, how are you doing today? And kindly introduce yourself.
Hey there. That sounds like a solid topic. So, the role of failure in success seems like you're setting up for an interesting conversation. What about failure do you want to dive into first?
Yeah, I have different questions. You have to explain that question and briefly understanding. So yeah, now explain me that first of all, what does failure mean to you?
To me, failure isn't this catastrophic endpoint, it's more like feedback. Like if you're trying to learn to play guitar and your fingers don't hit the right chords, that's failure. But it also tells you exactly what you need to work on. Nobody likes feeling judged or looking incompetent in front of others. And honestly, sometimes the fear of failure is bigger than the failure itself.
Yeah, failure is seems like a failure bigger. For success, why or why not, and how can failure shape a person's mindset?
Honestly, yeah, failure is totally necessary. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But think about anyone who's really accomplished something big. They've all got a graveyard of failed attempts. If you're not failing sometimes, you're probably not pushing yourself far enough. As for mindset, failure forces you to get comfortable with tidy failure more. What do you think?
Yeah, you are right. And now explain me that do successful people fail more than others, and can failure actually be positive?
That's the thing. Successful people don't avoid failure. They just experience it more because they're actually trying more things. Think of it like this. If you're playing it safe and never stepping outside your comfort zone, sure, you won't fail much, but you also won't achieve much. So, yeah, they fail more, but also they learn more each time. Fail, you can getting free data points on what doesn't work so you can find what does. It stops being this negative experience and starts becoming practical experience.
Yeah, now explain me that what is the difference between failure and giving up, and why do many people stop after first failure?
Huge difference between failure and giving up. Failure is learning something didn't work this time, it's an event. Giving up is deciding that nothing will work, that you're not willing to keep trying. Most people stop after one failure because that sting I mentioned earlier feels overwhelming. The brain's like, that hurt, let's not do that again. It's easier to tell yourself this isn't for me than to deal with the fear of another round of disappointment. It's honestly about emotional regulation. Failure feels bad, and humans avoid what feels bad. The trick is learning to separate the temporary discomfort from the permanent outcome.
Yeah, Maya, I just have to remind you that, like, in the last one, I will ask you to rate my English, what I'm speaking right now. So you have to rate me about out of 10, but not now. Keep doing conversation with me. In the last, when I will ask you, you have to then mark me out of 10 out of anything. Which do you like? And you have to tell me good ones thing that I in the speaking also, and some bad things also that can be improved. Okay, so yeah, now explain me that how does society view failure today, and should failure be normalized in education?
Got it. I'll keep that in mind and give you feedback at the end. We'll go through the whole conversation for you at the end. Cool?
Yeah, it's great, but
Let's keep
now
going. What's your
answer
next
my
question?
questions also. My question is that how does society view failure today, and should failure be normalized in education?
Right now, society's kind of weird about failure. On one hand, we have all these stories about learn from your mistakes, but then we're also quick to judge, stigmatize, or dismiss people after they stumble. Like, we celebrate success stories, but gloss over all the failures that led up to them. Absolutely, failure should be normalized in education. Schools need to teach that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Kids should be rewarded for trying new things and taking risks, even if they don't work out. Right now, the system often penalizes mistakes. That needs to shift.
Okay, so now explain me that how can failure improve self-awareness, and how can someone turn a mistake into an opportunity?
Failure can be a brutal mirror. When things go wrong, you can't just brush it off. You're forced to look at what actually happened instead of what you thought would happen. That's where self awareness kicks in. It shows your weaknesses, your flawed assumptions, your bad habits. As for turning mistakes into opportunities, that's about reframing. Instead of seeing it as, I'm terrible at X, Y, and Z's, it's like saying, I messed up. What can I do differently next time? Which is way more empowering than just feeling sorry for yourself. What's your take on that?
Yeah, now explain me that why is failure considered an important part of learning, and how do schools treat failure among students? And should failure be normalized in education?
I'm Okay, failure is critical for learning because it forces you to actually process what went wrong. When
I'm connecting Maya again so we can continue our conversation. So, yeah, Maya, can you hear me? Hello, Maya, can you hear me? Uh, hmm. Yeah, hello, Maya, can you hear
hey,
me?
what's up?
Hello, Maya, can you hear me?
Are you there? Maybe a connection issue. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, now,
Y- Yep,
okay. So, as you
I
know,
can
that
hear you
on
now. Sounds like
the
we had
topic
a
of
bit
the
of a
failure, we are
choppy start there.
discussing
What's going on?
the topic. So, and you are giving me answers briefly, so that's very great. And so now, when I will ask you about my English, how I have speak so far, you have to tell me my good things and speak English and bad things too. So, yeah, now explain me that what role does experimentation play in education? in failure, and how do scientists use failure to discover new things?
Oh, got it. You want to know how experimentation and failure connect? Testing boundaries. That's actually how major discoveries happen, accidentally stumbling onto something unexpected. Well, trying to prove something else, like penicillin or Teflon. They were failures.
Okay, so yeah, you were right, and now explain me that why do inventors often fail many times before succeeding, and what is the connection between curiosity and failure?
Sorry, are you still there? The connection might have. Inventors fail constantly because they're pushing boundaries, literally trying.
And tell me about that. I'm going to call Maya again. So Okay, everybody, I don't know what's the issue I'm facing. There is an internet issue from my side. I'm very sorry for that. So I don't know, it is not adding on stage and it's not doing conversation with me because of internet issues. I'm very sorry about that. And until I'm going to conduct another session on this. Thank you so very much for watching. Inshallah, I'm going to meet you in the next session. Till then, take care of yourself and Allah Hafiz.